Sometimes you want to create vectors that contains repetitions and sequences within itself. A good example of this would be a vector for representing the days of the week for an entire month. In that case, you might want to repeat the strings Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and so on at least 4 times. Instead of typing it out or copy pasting these strings, you might want to use a programmatic function to create these sequences without doing any manual typing. We will see how to do these sort of repetitions and sequences in this one. Previously, we created 7 days worth of data. In this one, we will create 28 days worth of data. And these are some of the variables that we will end up creating. Let me comment this out by hitting Ctrl plus Shift plus C on Windows machine. If you are on Mac, use Command plus Shift plus C. First, let's do date 28. Since date is a sequence of numbers for the first day of the month to 28th day of the month, I'm just going to use the 1 colon 28 notation instead of typing it as C1, 2, 3 and so on. This is very inefficient. So just type 1 to 28 and you will get that result. Now let's see how to create weekday 28. We had already seen how to create weekday 7. It is this sequence. Now I want this sequence to be repeated 4 times to create the data for 28 days. To do that, I'm using the rep function and pass to it the weekday 7 and the number of times that weekday 7 has to be repeated. Now, if you want to repeat each of these items n number of times, instead of passing just 4, write each equal to 4. By doing this, R will understand that you want to repeat each element of weekday 7 4 times. But this is not the output I want, so let me recreate weekday 28 the original way. In a similar fashion, we are going to create day type 28 from day type 7. Day type 7 represents whether it is a weekday or a weekend. By repeating this in the same fashion, we will get day type 28 and converting it into factor. Now, if you look at the class, day type 28 is a factor, and since it is a factor, it also shows an additional levels line showing what are the levels of that particular factor is. Now, discount 28. The pizza company is giving a discount of 50% every fourth day for the 28 days. To do that, I want to repeat this sequence 111 0.5 7 times. As a result, you will get 28 days worth of data where every fourth item is 0.5. So you need to calculate what should be the value of the n argument that repetition is going to take. If you check the length of discount 28, it should have 28 items. How to create sequence? Now, the sales 28 vector is a vector that starts from 100, has a length of 28, and increases by 2 units every day. This you can achieve by either typing it out manually or using the seek function, seq, that takes 3 arguments from, by, and the length. Now, if you look at the output, it starts from 100, ends with 154. 154 minus 100 by 2 would be 28. So we already know that the length of sales 28 is 28. And this is basically how you would generate a sequence with a definite step in between. An alternate way to create sequence. Now, you know what is the starting number, also the ending number, and you also know the length of the vector. Now, if I want to start with 100, end it with 150, and total length of the vector I want is 28. In that case, I don't know what the by argument is. You can calculate it manually, that's quite simple. But if you know only these 3 arguments and create the sequence, R will create it for you. In this output, every subsequent element is equally spaced. That is 101.8519 minus 100 will be the same as 103.7037 minus 101.8519. Let's do a mini challenge now. These are the two questions for this challenge. Give it a shot. I will show the answers in a few seconds. So here are the answers. Hope you got that right. Congratulations if you did. We will see in the next one.